Hey everyone, and welcome back for round 9 of my Road to Pro series. We're here today at Charlotte Motor Speedway for the M2 Cup. Is this going to be finally the race where I can get back into form after our drop off in the last couple races? Well, only time will tell, as here is the starting grid. We have qualified P7 out of only 11 for some reason. Don't know why, it just is how it happened to be. The strength of field is 2,255, heavily carried by the top three drivers. But now, without further ado, let's get straight into the action. So here we are on the grid, the lights are up and we're getting ready to get underway, and there they are, the lights are out, they are green, and we are a go. We have the inside line from qualifying in P7, so we're going to have the easier way through the first corner. We have Nathapol around the outside, he gets beyond Tianu Zhou, and they are going to go side by side through these next couple corners, almost making contact there, but we're going to try follow Nathapol through down the inside. He slows us down a little bit, but then he has to tuck behind. But look at that run we have had on exit. We are all over the back of him here, and I am going to do something that I should never do, and I'm just going to go for it in through a quick corner. We are up a position. What a move, up into P6 on the opening lap, but I thought at the time it was going to end in disaster, as it has in probably the last 2-3 races of this series. It has not gone well for me, making those early moves or those overtakes just like that, where I'm not quite confidently alongside. But Nathapol Vanasrivali, sorry, I definitely butchered that name, but he kept it clean, gave me space, and I am up a position into P6, and that is probably one of the first clean overtakes of the series in a very, very long time, and it is not relying on an accident. But now we continue on to the final banking before we head into the final chicane. Something I do notice on this track is not many people cut that much of the track there, but it is within track limits. As you'll notice, I did not get an off track, but now we head into the final chicane, but there's smoke up in front. There is smoke, and an engineer is telling us we have a slow car on the left, and that is Josh Haynes off. He was in P3, qualified P3. He has incredible pace, and you may remember him from a couple episodes ago when I was racing at Lebanon. He was there. I believe it was Lebanon. It was definitely one of the races he was there. But that is absolute disaster for him on the opening lap. But now here is a replay then of my overtaking. You see a car spinning off in the background there, but we just send it down the inside through that quick corner. We give him plenty room, and he gives us plenty room, making it a nice clean overtake and avoiding any carnage, any contact where possible. Here's another look at that move then from our gyro. You can see we are right on his tail. We just get that better run, which allows us to pull down the inside and just stick our nose there and make him aware that we are alongside and we are willing to make the move, and that is what gets us up the position into P6. But now here is a replay then of what happened to Josh Haynes. You can see he just catches too much of the first curb, unsettling his car, meaning he catches even more of the second curb, and that sends him around onto the grass. But luckily he was able to get going once more. But now here's the gearbox shot from the car in front. You can just see the curb just absolutely throws him off balance. All wheels in the air, pretty much a jump, and that is him over. But now here is what happened just behind him actually. The cars at the back of the pack. This is the people we just overtook, and they are fighting. All three of them with Josh Haynes in the background. They're going 3 wide through the first corner, keeping it pretty clean so far. Josh Haynes is making moves as well. He's up the inside, but one of the drivers off into the barrier, and that is going to slow him down heaps. Now the green car is on the outside, turns into the corner, and he's lost it. He's lost it. There must have been contact there. We'll take another look at that from a different angle. You can see here, they go for the move. The driver on the inside holds his line. Driver on the outside just turns across too much. That is an absolute belting into the wall. That is some pretty heavy contact, and that is surely going to be damage. Let's take a look here from his gyro. You can see he gets a little bump from Haynes, but then he just turns into the corner. I don't think he leaves enough room for the car on the inside, and there's just that slight bit of contact which sends him round into the wall. But now we are here on lap 3 as we come across the final chicane and across the line, heading onto lap 4. We are chasing Zhou in front. We have actually managed to get up into P5 now because of that accident, because of Josh Haynes spinning it off the track. And we are, well, this is the first time we've been in such a position in a long time. We did have it at Lebanon. We were in fact in P3 at Lebanon for a little while before calamity struck, and we were put way down the pack. So hopefully that's not going to happen this time, but we've just got to keep our head nice and settled, and hopefully a P5 finish would be an absolutely incredible result for today. But Josh Haynes is incredibly quick behind. He is way quicker than me. I've barely managed to do 27s in practice, whereas he has been doing consistent 25s. So yeah, it's going to be a fun time trying to keep him behind. But he is closing, and in the end, I tell him I'm not going to fight him. It's going to only lose both of us time. And on the exit of the banked corner, I let off slightly, not losing me too much time, to Zafari behind, and I just tuck in behind him into the chicane, and he is up the position, free to go fight the guys in front, and me free to be at ease and not have to worry about a driver on my tail. I didn't really have, at the time of this race, the pace to catch Joe anyway, so Haynes had a much better chance of catching up to him than slowing him down and pushing him towards me. So that was what I was hoping here, that when he got up to him, he would slow him down and help me regain P5. But now we head onto lap 5, and we are just trying to settle and keep our pace consistent, hopefully pick up our pace actually, because we're only doing 27.8, which is not quick at all, as you may notice from the timings on the top left. But that is the aim. We head now onto later in lap 5, heading through the final or second last chicane. A pretty difficult, I think it can be a bit difficult, but a pretty easy chicane, much easier than the final one, that is for sure. But we keep it nice and clean, and we are onto the banked corner now, heading nice and quick, picking up speed, about to head into the chicane, past the pit lane, and you can see the drivers up in front, pretty close between Joe and Nagayama. But now we head into the chicane, and there is more smoke. There is more smoke up in front, and is that Joe? Yes, it is. Joe has lost it on the curbs, just as Josh Haynes did on the opening lap, and that is going to be us back up into P5, like I was hoping for. But that has just been gifted to us. We were not expecting that. I thought we had got to the point in the race where all the drivers had kind of gotten beyond their unsettlement and their kind of nerves at the start, and they'd be able to take that curb pretty easily. But maybe Joe was just pushing a little bit too hard, or getting a bit too comfortable, a bit too much at ease, and he's just caught slightly too much. It is very fine margins, but he has caught slightly too much and lost it all the way onto the grass, and he lost even more time as his car reeled around into the wrong direction. But luckily he ended up managing to rejoin the race. And now we head on to lap 8 as we are going through the chicane for the penultimate time, as now we head across the line to begin our final lap. We are in P5 with 5.4 seconds, to Joe behind. Are we going to be able to maintain this? I sure hope so, as this would be our first top 5 finish since round 2. That kind of sounds pretty crazy after the start we got to this series with a P1 at Alton Park, a P2, or not P2, sorry, but another top 5 finish wherever round 2 was. And now we're here, all the way in round 9. And we have not gotten another top 5 finish since then. So we sure have been struggling for points, but hopefully this will bring us back into contention for that promotion. But now we head on to, this is later in the lap, you can see Josh Haynes is going for a move on Nagayama down the inside into this penultimate chicane, and he gets the move done nice and easy. No fighting from Nagayama there. I think he just accepted his fate and tucked him behind in order to make sure he at least crossed the line without damage or being put into the wall. But look at that, we're in P5 with 5.4 seconds. We just got to keep these final 2 chicanes nice and clean, nice and easy. We cannot afford and do not want to make a single mistake here and to lose any time or put it in the wall or spin around, anything like that. We've just got to make sure we get across the line. You can see we've run it a little bit deep there, but I'm not too worried about little amounts of time like that, as long as I keep all 4 wheels on the track and going in the right direction. But now we are coming around the banked corner for the final time, and it looks like if we can just keep the chicane nice and clean, that we are going to get our third top 5 finish, but first since round 2, so that is 7 races ago, and yes we are. That is going to be a top 5 finish, 5th place. What a race, what a run, and maybe this is the beginning of our regain of form. I sure hope so. But now here are the results from that incredible race for myself. As you can see, Vandervelde finished P1, followed by Vlasic, Haynes, Nagayama, and myself in P5, which gets me a crucial 5 points for the championship, meaning I'm on 24 out of 30 with 3 races to go. Can I get those 6 points? Well, there's only one way to find out. So I'll catch you guys next time for round 10 of my Road to Pro series.